HYP. Hypocrite. Something each and every one of us here have been at a point or another in our lives. Why have we all been hypocrites, you ask? Tell me, how many of you have heard stories of people who mutilate their bodies to relieve stress, and you wondered, how could a person do such a thing? I was once stuck in a toxic friendship. One where it felt like I was the only person carrying all the responsibilities on my shoulders. One that was perfectly one-sided. But I stayed in that friendship because I was constantly seeking validation from this person. And that, my friends, is self-harm. According to the Recovery Village, about 17% of all people self-harm during their lifetime. The average age of the first incident being 13 years of age. 45% of these people use cutting as their self-harm method. While preparing for this talk, I made a discovery. Self-harm is quite like a cancer. Cancer has many forms and shapes, but cancer is cancer. Like self-harm, whatever form, whatever shape, whatever type, self-harm is self-harm. After taking some time to reflect, I realized that we all live in a world full of self-harmers. People who are extremely oblivious to their own self-neglectful behaviors. And here's the most surprising part about this. These are people who lead us in our everyday lives, not realizing that they are leading from a place of pain. What is self-harm? This is the act of doing anything harmful or hurtful to yourself. And in my opinion, there are 3 types of it: physical, mental, and spiritual. People nurture harmful behaviors and think it is normal. Everybody is a self-harmer. Trust me, I know how bold that statement is, but I must make it because I believe it is true. Why do people self-harm, you ask? Are they demented, you wonder? People self-harm to feel better about their bodies and their lives as a whole. But it's still a little deeper than that. You see, when you get hurt, or in this case, when you hurt yourself, your body releases this chemical called an endorphin. These are the same chemicals released into your body when you laugh or meditate. And here's the stage. Endorphins make you happy. So in the cycle of physical self-harm, there are 2 main stages. Stage 1, you hurt yourself, endorphins are released, and you feel this huge wave of euphoria and pleasure wash over you. Stage 2, endorphins wear off. You feel overwhelming pain and regret. This becomes a cycle, which leads people deeper into habits that they struggle to break, even as they lead successful careers. Doctors, lawyers, architects, accountants, teachers, IT managers, successful relationships, and successful daily lives as a whole. Every day, people harm themselves and think it is normal. Self-harm is so much more than cutting, hitting, and burning. Self-harm is overcommitting, tagged as being helpful. It's staying in a toxic or failing relationship, tagged as fighting for love, or just trying to make things work out. It's self-isolation, tagged as being independent. It's emotional detachment, tagged as being strong, or in many African households, as being a man. It's ignoring personal values, tagged as fitting in. It's drug or substance abuse, tagged as living life to the fullest, or being young. It's ignoring boundaries, tagged as being accommodating. These things that you and I do, our oblivious self-harm. HYP. The first 3 letters that spell the word hypocrite. What each and every one of us here are for judging those who punch and poison and stab themselves. People push themselves beyond their limits and call it ambition. They ignore their own pain and call it strength. This is what I think is the modernized version of what I call today self-harm. So when I step off this stage, I want you to do one thing. look at your life, look at your choices, and ask yourself, is this self-harm? Thank you.